There was an interesting article that I wanted to kind of go over. I put it in the description below. I think a lot of people have kind of known, or if you've been kind of paying attention to the news, there's the Binance is coming out with their decentralized exchange. That's where I got like this, the thumbnail picture from, was this cool little picture right here. But they're coming out with their decentralized exchange, and it could usher in a new era of decentralized exchanges. That's kind of, some of the things I guess we haven't really seen a whole lot of adoption in the decentralized exchange space. Like this is their decentralized exchange right now. Really, all you can do right now is create a wallet. So like this is like, you can get an exchange here. So all you can trade is like Mithril to BNB, and they just added this now. Like there's not much like on the order books or anything. You can kind of see like the now one like just started. So like, I think this is just so people can kind of get like acclimated to it, get a little bit used to the interface. But it's, I think it's a cool thing to kind of ponder, because it's like, there's last year there was a lot of adoption in some of these decentralized exchanges. Probably the number one decentralized exchange was DEX. DEX is doing a little over $1 million in volume, but these really haven't taken off. Like when you're looking at like the amount of volume that we're seeing in other exchanges, it's like it's way higher. I don't know anything about this Negroid coins. That one's like way up there in terms of like reported volume. Binance is way down the list. When you change this to reported volume, you've got a lot of these leverage trading, BitMEX, Fcoin, BitMEX that are doing leverage trading. So there's more. The numbers are a little bit skewed. Like you can see, like Binance would be like down 11th on the list, but there's Waves is another decentralized exchange that it's got about 2 million in volume. There's Bancor. I got a little bit of a sore spot with Bancor because I lost money in this one when they got hacked. I lost a bunch of money in this project and still don't have access to my account. So Ether Delta has been around a long time, and it's trading a lot of like more obscure Ethereum ones. There's Vertasum, Populous were two ones I thought were kind of interesting projects to get into. There's a few other ones. Oh, interesting Binance coins on there. But I know or at least I was pretty sure they traded more than 19. I don't know. I don't think that's right. But Oasis, this one has got like, it's more of kind of with the maker and just a couple of different pairs, 500,000 in volume. But OKEX is coming out with an exchange, decentralized exchange as well. So OKEX has been up in the top, I don't know, I think it's been in like the top, I want to say like the top 3 exchanges recently. So I think it was interesting to kind of see this come out. But I think the big one everyone's kind of waiting for is this one with Binance. I think it really shows a lot of potential for a decentralized exchange to actually get adoption. Some of the problems and things that with these exchanges is like liquidity. Some of the, if you have a problem or if the exchange gets hacked, sometimes there's not as much recourse to get some of your funds out. Like I guess that was with the whole Bancor issue. Like I've lost access to my Binance account several times just because like moving and like having a different phone number, and they've got like this lengthy process you have to go through to verify your account, but they can give you access back to your account. I've had to do that like several times, probably like two, 3 times. 3 separate times to get access back into my Binance account. So there's you lose a little bit of that functionality because it's a little bit more decentralized. However, like there's a lot of limitations in governments and things like that. I thought this was kind of an interesting tweet. This is an article in the description below, but talking about how Bitcoin is the most secure financial network on the planet. but its centralized peripheral companies are among the most insecure. So you're kind of looking at some of the attacks, Mt. Gox, Bitfinex, like these different times that, you know, there's been these huge losses in the crypto sphere, and a lot of that had to do with some of that. There's you know, I mean, you have the drawbacks of like not having like KYC with like a decentralized exchange. You know, that can be a good thing, can be a bad thing, because if you're ever hacked, you lose access. If you're ever hacked, you lose access. Perhaps, like, you know, the hackers would have access to passwords or private keys. But I think that if Binance is able to roll this thing out and it's really able to catch on, and they're able to get some, just because of the name, like the name has been one of the strongest in the crypto sphere in terms of exchanges. I put this video that I did. This was a year ago. This is January 1st, 2018. And this was a stream I did. So it's one of the streams that has gotten more views than several others. But I was going into BitConnect exchange, their decentralized exchange, and some of the things that, some of the rumors and things at that time of what they were doing. And I thought what was interesting is, like, if you go back on that stream that I did, one of the things I was talking about was the kind of the evolution of Binance, because Binance was just becoming a thing. It was just becoming one of the top exchanges in the world. And at the time, like, they had their BNB coin, which was something we hadn't seen with a lot of the top exchanges. Like the top 5 exchanges, well, actually it's probably more than that, but they were becoming a top 5 exchange, but there was no other exchange that had their own utility token that you were able to like trade with. And so I saw that as a little bit of an innovation, that they were able to kind of draw on that, develop their own coin. There's guys like Tone Vase who says it's, you know, it's a total shit coin. You know, it doesn't have any utility other than just, you know, basically forcing people into a coin to save on fees or whatnot. But there's, you know, like that was kind of some of the big rumors, at least with BCC. Like, I know it was kind of a project that's riddled with a lot of negativity and things like that. And I'm still trying to figure out, you know, if there's anything that's going to happen with that project on any level. Some people are kind of sending me some stuff, like some different Twitter threads and things like that of supposedly some former devs or something that are keeping the hope alive, I guess, that something's going to happen. But you know, they were anonymous, and if they were to come out and, you know, do something like a decentralized exchange, I mean, they were trying to lead the market in terms of innovation. So I'm wondering if that's, like, you know, something that may happen, like in the next bull run. Like that was some of the things that have been talked about. But as far as the project itself, it's pretty much dead, and a lot of the you know, the people that were involved are absconding and still waiting for some of the legal stuff to go through. But you may see something where, like, some decentralized exchanges in kind of this new era of decentralized crypto exchanges, they may remain anonymous, you know, because there was a story a while back where, I forget where it was like a smart contract or something, but one of the smart contract developers of a particular project was brought in by, like, you know, the authorities and whatnot to undergo a lot of, like, questioning and things like that behind a decentralized contract platform that he had built. I'm trying to remember the name of that, but there might be legal ramifications behind doing something like that. So you may see you may see people kind of remain anonymous or be under the veil of a corporate entity that's in a place like Malta, like Binance is, or in a different regulatory framework where they're not under the same jurisdiction and rules as maybe some of the larger countries and whatnot. But You think DP will buy out ABOTs? What is rumors from the kinetic energy video? I haven't watched his last video. Like, I know that there's, you know, I've been talking to some people about it. Some different things. I don't know what to think anymore. Like, obviously, like, I'm way over invested in that, so I'm hoping that it does well, but I don't really have a whole lot of information to share. I think that you know, they're getting ready to roll out some different functionality behind the platform, and I think that might be good in terms of token price. But I think it's going to be a slow crawl back to like $1. I don't think we're going to see like a $20 coin anytime soon. But right now it's at like what, like 4 or 5 cents. So I mean, it's not worth the gas to run your ABOT. So like my ABOT's been off for like a month. Like I haven't made anything at all. Well, this is some of the pricing on that, but like the I wonder if we can zoom out on this a little bit. Last month just hasn't really done anything. Kind of had that spike up. What was that? Wonder what that was all about. I think there was like a huge buyback, but yeah, I mean, it's been all through the month of April. It's been pretty dead. I don't know. I hope it does. I hope it does well, but wasn't the Ether Delta developer, they were trying to get the smart? Yeah, I think that may have been the one that got brought in. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking about. There was a story a while back where they brought some guy in, and were like, you know, because I did a stream on it one time. I'd have to go back and find it, but they brought in a guy, you know, that developed a decentralized exchange or platform, and we're like, you know, trying to see if they can implicate him on some sort of criminality behind it. Rumors they'd be moving to Trade Pro only, and ABOT will be history. I don't know. He just wants to build bots. I know he's wanting to build a botting platform. Seems like there are a lot of the passive income platforms are kind of moving into the botting stuff. I'm wondering how that's going to work on something like a decentralized exchange. Like, you see it on IDEX. Like, I don't know if I can. I'm not logged in here, so I can't. But like with IDEX, like there's certain crypto pairs that are botted. When I first got into crypto, you were seeing that, like you were seeing on some of the largest exchanges. It was very difficult to put in orders at like kind of like lower price points if you're trying to get a good price on something, because you were always getting outbid by bots. So if you went to the top of the order book, boom, like you were outbid. So that's why very early on I was interested in getting into some more of the automated trading technology, because that seemed to be where the future was heading. And but yeah, I mean, like lately, a lot of the passive income platforms have been doing shit. Really, all of them have not been doing well. And but part of that may have been the crypto winter. We're kind of pulling out of the crypto winter, so perhaps May, June, July, these might be some better months for that. So, I mean, the general consensus with a lot of people is just, you know, if you don't have to, don't sell at these prices. I think things are going to get, you know, better over time. So. Appreciate that, Danny. You think DP will buy out the ABOTs? One of the things that was like, I guess it was spread or being talked about with Kinetic was that like your ABOT value is still going to be, you know, valued at, you know, the AUSD price. So like I've seen some rumors, like someone showed me like something on Etherscan that was like an AUSD contract that may or may not be, you know, associated with the project, but they're coming out with their own like stablecoin blockchain, kind of first of its kind. Like I just saw someone post a rumor in my Telegram about some sort of like peer-to-peer lending with crypto. Like we haven't seen that, but I don't know. Like there's also there's like FUD groups that are going out of their way to develop fake arbitraging announcement Telegram announcement groups, and then spreading those on Telegram to basically cause confusion. So like unfortunately, like it's very like you can't really believe everything you hear like that's kind of out there. Like people have sent me stuff, and I was kind of looking at it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then I sent it to some people that are more in the know, or and I was like, hey, do you know anything about this? And they're like, yeah, that's fake. I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, look at this Telegram. Like all of these fake announcements are coming out of this Telegram and being spread by nefarious characters trying to bring the platform down and bring attention to their particular project. So that's crypto for you, man. It's been a little bit of drama lately. I've been trying to get out of that a little bit. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it giving people some of the attention that they crave. For our people, an undercutter bot would be right up their alley. Can aim low and undermine the arbitrage on every exchange. Undercutter bot, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess if you wanted to tank the price of something, supposedly that's like, I don't know how much truth there is to that, but there are like people that are going out of their way to try everything they can to sabotage some of these platforms, for their own personal motives. How much longer to wait for Evo AI come around? I don't know. Thought something was going to happen here. Maybe today. Like today's the first of the month, or at least here in Asia, it's first. So I thought that we were going to get some sort of news. I haven't checked on Telegram to see kind of what's been going on. But Evo AI seems promising. I think they just need to launch. I think that's really, there's just not enough marketing. The marketing is maybe too expensive for I don't like, I mean, you see some people are going out of their way to like pay a bunch of YouTubers. So there's a lot of like YouTubers, kind of known guys that will take money to promote platforms. So like Ian Bellina has been like one of the most notorious guys. Superman is definitely not immune to that. Guys like Data Dash, like the #1 YouTuber, like he takes money to promote platforms, and a lot of these guys do. Like and you can kind of see it too. Like when you watch their channel and they're talking about some no-name platform you know nothing about, and they're really positive about it, they got paid. That's just I've never taken payment to promote a platform. I've been trying to keep my things very objective. That's why I put donations, for people that want to help support my channel. I just started a Patreon account. I don't need much money to live here in the Philippines, but every little bit helps. So I appreciate all the support. Even the super chats goes a long way. So I appreciate that. And I'm trying to remain as objective as I can. It just doesn't feel right to to promote something, that I don't know. Like I'd rather talk about whatever I want to talk about on my streams. See Nigel anymore? Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, but he's out here in the Philippines. So I think he was going to Canada or something. With his Filipino wife. So that's the last I heard. But he's been dealing with a lot of people spreading FUD and everything about him. But he's just an admin. He's an admin for ARB. So, but I mean, what's crazy is that like some of these people, some of the people take a lot of stuff that's on the internet at face value, so like they don't hear any kind of objection to the contrary. So never met Honey. I know she's out here. I've talked with her a couple times online, but not much. I don't know a whole lot of not very many of the arbitrage people, but most of the people are just kind of like interacting online. I mean, the main guy's DP. It's DP and people in his inner circle. They're in Texas. So yeah, I know a lot of people are just kind of waiting to hear something about that. Think you'll ever have a 9-to-5 job again? I hope not. My LinkedIn resume is just a list of all the jobs that I've been fired at. So I started in professional sports, and like that's part of the game. It's it's very cutthroat, and you get hurt if if there's a change at a position, if someone else gets hurt, like that's what happened to me. If someone else got hurt at like they got depleted at wide receiver, and so they had to create room, and so like I was the odd man out, and they were trying to keep me in close contact and hoping they could bring me back and try to bring me back later in the year, but I already signed with another team, and then I got hurt with that other team, and so like that kind of started my my series of getting fired at jobs, But I was an electricity trader, or working with an electricity trading company in several different roles and capacities for about 3 years after that. But ultimately got obsessed with crypto and Bitcoin to the point where it was affecting my work, and I ended up getting kind of forced out. So that was like December 2013. And that was kind of right when Bitcoin hit $1,000, and then I just, pretty much been in crypto ever since. It died way down, and I was doing a little bit of trading, but wasn't really making any money doing that. But one of the things I noticed back then was like I think I knew back then that I wanted to get into talking about crypto online. The only person talking about crypto at that point was Andreas Antonopoulos. I can't remember anyone else, and I was looking for it. Like there was no one really else talking about it. There was only Poloniex and Bittrex were like the two exchanges at the time. Those were like the two biggest exchanges, and there was just really no one talking about crypto. And like I was thinking about doing it, I just couldn't really like afford to do it at the time. I still had to hustle to just to survive in a very expensive city in Seattle. But I think if I had been over here, like in the Philippines, where the cost of living is much, much lower, I would have gotten into doing more stuff with crypto a lot earlier. So I really like this space. There's lately there's been a little bit of negativity, a lot of negativity with some of the platforms, some of the people involved. But I think things will. I'm at least hoping things will turn around. I think that we're in the midst of a very big boom that's about to happen. Like I think we are definitely out of the crypto winter, if you want to look at it that way. I mean, like I don't think you can see the market cap at like 176 right now. 176. This it almost touched like 100 billion or so back like mid-December. Hasn't gotten close. I don't think we're dropping anywhere near that. It had peaked like almost 900 billion or so in that December, January 2017, 2018 time period where that was kind of the peak of the bull market. So it's very possible that we just, especially if we start seeing, there's been a lot more adoption in terms of the volume, and I kind of went over that yesterday. There's been an increase, a much bigger increase in the volume of trading, and that was one of the big things I noticed early in 2017, and one of the big reasons why I started my YouTube channel was to document a lot of the trading activity that was going on that there wasn't any data really available anywhere on the internet to really track some of that stuff. There's better stuff now, but I think that was a big thing I was trying to do. So now I can go back on some of my earlier streams and see like what was trading for what, and kind of getting a better idea of kind of at least just the overall picture of the market just by watching some of my older streams. I've gotten away from a little bit more of like the overall, market picture, but there's plenty of other guys that are kind of doing that. So now I'm just kind of talking about like the earnings platforms, the DApp space, and just trending topics and whatnot. Anything I really feel like talking about, I guess. Think about Digitex. Where is Digitex? I don't know, man. That interview with the CEO, oh my God, that was hilarious. I mean, I don't know, like I mentioned this a bunch in my Telegram chats. It's like, what is the deal with all of these, the unprofessionalism with the CEOs, like these crypto CEOs? But I mean, the price has absolutely tanked. Absolutely tanked. Let's look in the last 7 days. So it just fell off a cliff. But yeah, it's very possible it could recover, I don't have money to really put, get invested in it, but I was really interested in the project. I was talking about it a little bit on a few of my streams. I probably would have put money in it had I had some spare money to get into. Ever heard about Thar token? No. TS 900,000 tokens, CS 400,000 tokens. No, I might have to check that one out. You looked into spend card? No. No, I have to check some of these things out. Spend card, huh? I'm gonna need a few more cards. I lost all my bank accounts. Yeah, I'm not really finding it with a search. Maybe you have to send it to me. I don't know if it's this spend.com. What do you think about DEX exchanges in particular? Do you think those exchanges will be the next generation of crypto adopters? I think it's the big thing that we're going to see as far as getting around the regulatory like framework that seems to be suffocating a lot of these crypto projects. Like if you're a corporation, if you're a centralized crypto corporation, like the way to avoid a lot of the legal hassles and things like that is just to go somewhere where you're treated better. Go to a country that's more crypto friendly, and you're seeing that a lot. Like I covered that, yesterday in stream, is that they're building a crypto city here in the Philippines, and they're going to be a lot more supportive of cryptocurrency innovation. And the way to do that is to not, lock it down with a lot of unnecessary regulatory framework. Now, some of that is meant to protect investors and whatnot, and that's. But I don't know if there's a whole lot of these regulatory entities that are able to refund people's money with certain things. I mean, that was kind of the whole thing with like something like BitConnect. It's like, I don't know whether or not like. What exactly it was that they were doing behind the scenes, because everything was anonymous. But I mean, the big thing before the crash was they were getting attacked by several different entities, many of them big government, and that's what caused them to kind of cease lending, which caused the token price to crash. That's what's going on right now with arbitraging. Right now, you're getting more federal entities that are getting involved. Like I don't think that it's really necessarily helpful. Like I don't see DP as a guy that's trying to scam people. Like the platform's still around, it's still paying out. It's not like how like a scam operates. A scam operates by just disappearing or having something that's valued really, really high and dropping to nothing, in a very short period of time. Like the Invasio scam, like that I was kind of exposing earlier, how like they never paid out, or did anything with their project. They just they misrepresented themselves and said that they had all this money coming into the platform that was a total lie, and they suckered in a lot of people into investing in their ICO, and then all of the people just dumped, and that's why they got delisted on Bancor, because they were just dumping millions and millions and millions of tokens on top of the people that invested in the ICO. So some of those people, like it's unfortunate because like those guys are still around, still kind of doing stuff, and they haven't really had any consequences behind what they've been doing. But there's you're gonna have like you're gonna have projects like that are gonna be susceptible to failure. That's why, like, I think what I'm trying to get into more platforms where there's a little bit more credibility behind some of the people involved. Like, I've been really big proponent of like Bitcoin Hex lately, and part of it is because of because of Richard Hart, because of the reputational element of a guy like Richard Hart, and getting behind projects. Even like with Binance, getting behind like the founder. I forget his name, CZ. But like that's one of the big reasons. Like people, like he's not a guy that's gonna just go off to like an island somewhere and disappear. He's gonna be he's in crypto for the right reasons. So I try to kind of stick more towards the guys with the best reputations and platforms with better reputations. But anyways, appreciate y'all staying online. I think that's about it for me for today. Let me know if you guys want me to cover something. Might be open to talking about something a little bit more specific. But I think the decentralized space is an interesting one, so I just wanted to kind of cover this real brief.